review of what we went over on Tuesday. So again, I'm going to step with a lead leg. I don't want to approach my partner's guard with a square stance, so I'm going to be feinting with a lead leg. I'm going to be pulling on his head, things like this, trying to insert, again, a lead leg. I don't want to step across to my partner's hamstring. We covered this Tuesday. We're going to start by inserting my leg, and I'm going to step to this straight hamstring. So this is important. So when I start driving into my partner, now he can't wrestle up. Now he tries to get his hips off the mat, right? He can't. But if my knee is over here, he tries to get up, he gets up to his knees, he can turn to his knees. So we're going to start off just moving 20% until I insert my foot. Now we're going to start scrimmaging again at like 20-30%. So 20-30%, Kelly's going to start trying to wrestle up on this leg, and I'm going to be trying to keep his hips on the floor with my shin. So I might have to use my toes and drive into him to keep up with him, to keep his hips down. But I'm stepping in. As soon as my shin hits his leg, the scrimmage starts. He starts moving, trying to get up, and I'm trying to keep his hips flat until I either end up in this chest to chest on top of his knee, or he brings his knees to his chest. Right, and we end up here where he starts to face me, trying to get back to a guard, right? We're scrimmaging here, so it's, imagine you're just lightly moving to where you would normally want to be, right? So I'm here. I start to beat Kelly here. Now he starts to turn into me. Now we end up in a position where I flatten him out, right? Again, we're just scrimmaging, not trying to let our partner wrestle up once we insert our foot. That's the main objective. Any questions? Let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. Half guard. So we can start with my knee on the mat. We can start here. Ankles can be locked, however your partner wants to play this half guard. They win if they can wrestle up, picking your leg up, so getting all the way till either a single leg or maybe they got my back to the floor. If my back touches the floor, they wrestle up, or they put me into a closed guard. This is how they're going to win. So if Z can get me to closed guard, we'll win. If he was able to pick my leg up, that was a win. Or if he's able to maybe even if I get chest to chest and he hits me with a knee lever, gets my back to the floor, this is a win for him. Okay, so I can't allow my back to the floor. I can't allow him to pick my leg all the way up off the floor. And I can't allow him to trap me in a guard. My job is simply just getting chest to chest half guard, maintaining this, or if I'm able to somehow immediately pass right to a top pin, if this were to happen, this is also a win. Another tip for the top player, right? We're trying to get past this knee shield, so try and put all your weight on your partner's knee shield. I'm trying to monitor this leg so it's not able to come out and trap me in half guard or close guard. So my hand stays on the knee. My other hand is going to grip the shoulder or V-grip the armpit. These are my upper body combinations that I should be working with. If we're trying to really sag on our partner, do that wet rag that we were going over Tuesday of just melting our partner, making him carry all of our weight until eventually I get past this top knee shield, walk until I'm chest to chest, and now I can start either passing all the way to our top pin or just maintaining this chest to chest half guard for the win. So again, upper body combinations will be hand on the knee, monitoring this knee. I'm going to bring my hip to his tailbone and grab the shoulder. Either shoulder or the armpit. Thumb in the armpit, grabbing the shoulder. So this is where I want to see a lot of you guys trying to work. Get past this bottom knee, and then we can get past this top knee. Everybody understand? Just trying to get chest to chest half guard or pass. Any questions? 1, 2, 3. Chest to chest half guard so that we have a little bit of idea of what we're trying to do once we get here. So we're going to start with an underhook I can start with a cross face. I'm going to start chest to chest. So it's important that, look at my knees are turning towards Kelly's legs. I don't want to be here where my knees are facing outward. I want to be walking his hips away from me the whole time. The little tip for the top player, it's going to be easier to start using your legs to peel once you tripod your butt up. But I can't tripod my butt up until I get my head next to this. If I try and tripod up here, he's going to be able to bump me with his knee, bridge me. Go ahead, bump me. Things like this. So I can't pike my butt up in the air until I get my head next to it. Now he's trying to off balance me. No matter what he does, now I can use my feet to start pummeling, kicking his feet off. Once I secure a top pin, whether it be side control or the mount, this is a win for me. So we're going to start chest to chest half guard, hands locked, head, right? We have a cross face, so my head's on this side. And now I win once I get to a top pin. My player or my partner wins if he's able to re-guard or wrestle up to any position. So he's able to re-guard, somehow get this knee back in front. Yeah, even close guard, this is even better. This is a win. Everybody understand the win conditions for bottom and top player? All right, let's give it a shot. 1, 2, 3. Any questions about any issues that you guys ran into from Paco? Let's go.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time getting my head to the other side, like when I'm trying to type.
Okay. So you're assuming we're starting from here?
There.
I think the most important thing is not allowing him to turn into me to give him stronger frames.
Okay.
So the whole time I'm thinking about, one, reaching deeper, like this crossface deeper into his armpit. I'm going to pull him to me, but then I'm going to get my head in line with his shoulder line. So I'm going to bring my head all the way over here. I don't want to be just pulling him to me and just trying to like squeeze him here, right? This crossface doesn't really do anything. It's when I start leaning my head over here that I can really start turning him away from me. So it's really important that from here, I'm on my toes, walking his hips the whole time. And then from here, right, again, like I said, I'm using my crossface to turn him away. And then it's much easier to start replacing it with my own head. You can even use your free hand, this is the way that I think I do it the most, is that I'm just going to push his head to the side. It's also a little placemaker for me to put my head in the way. And now I've just replaced my hand with my head. So really walk his hips away and then push his head to the other side. Yeah. Were you having an issue with the knees getting in the way?
No, it was like I felt like as soon as I lifted my head,
Yeah. So yeah, don't even lift, I guess, your head until your hand is there. Now I'm pushing him into me. I move my head, and I just continue pushing him past.
I had an issue with it. When I was trying to tripod, he would just re-guard.
Okay. So I mentioned this a little bit of I can't tripod up until I switch my head to the other side.
Right.
Was he regarding once you switch your head already?
Yeah.
Okay. So, boom, we get here, and then this would happen where he start getting his knees in.
Yeah.
So, I have to be in this like bladed. Right now, I'm pinching my knees together. I'm pinching his thigh right here, and I'm walking. I can even do like a reverse, this figure 4 on his leg. This is called like piking, right? Now my partner tries to turn into me, bridge, right? I'm just keeping his hips turned away with my hips now. And so like this has to be my number one thought when I'm in this chest half guards. I can't let these knees start turning into me. So even if it's the slightest little walk, I'm constantly doing this when I'm in this chest half guard. I'm constantly walking his hips away. He's trying to turn into me, and I'm just constantly walking, turning into him. He tries to get that knee in front of me, and I'm still walking into him until I get his knees turned away. Now I can start pummeling past. Yes, sir.
When you're about to pummel, if he's got a different walk, is that okay?
On this side?
Yeah, allow him that underhook?
Yeah, this side underhook is okay. Were we assuming my head switched too? Yeah, like even if my head, this is completely fine. Because I have such a wide base now. If I had just, this is why I don't like freeing my legs with this head and arm control. Because I feel like once I start, well, if I start bridging my hips up, he's going to be able to bump me and off balance me no matter how good of a connection I have with his head. It's the fact that I replaced this crossface with my head, and now I have my hands to base, I have my hands to pin this arm. Once you start passing, now I can start pinning immediately. Different things like that.
So if they regard you, that means you didn't turn the knee to...
Yes. That's like the number one thing that's going off in my brain. As soon as I get here, his knees are going to have the ability to turn anything. Unless I start just walking this way the whole time. Just like we would as soon as we get to side control. Right? No matter how good of a upper body attack I have here, if I just disregard his legs, starts regarding me, right? Now he's starting to pull me back into side guard and I'm going to lose a position. So again, just to give you guys a little bit more here, our whole thing that we're going to be working from is going to be switching from, is my partner giving me these short range frames where he's just cross shoulder post, where he's just framing me like this where I can just melt on him, right? This is going to be when I'm forcing him into this position 9 times out of 10, just making him carry my weight. If I can beat these knees in the process, that's awesome, right? But a lot of times he's going to be pulling onto my leg tight. He's going to be wanting to keep this position, keep these frames, and this is where I'm just sagging on him. He's trying to re-guard, and I'm just not allowing this to happen. He really pushes me away, and now I can come back up into our high head camping and work to cook our partner again, and just rinse and repeat. So we're just going to be going over different ways to force our partner into a position where they have to accept this chest-to-chest half guard, and then we're going to start working from here. Just keep that in mind of we're going to continue to work from here. So anything that you're really having issues with, feel free to ask. This is the time to fix it, right? This is your guys' time to get better, so make sure you're making your training intentional.
What's your strategy from the bottom?
From bottom?
Yeah. Once you get that.
So the defending player, his goal is, right, keeping my shoulders flat, my hips turned away from me this way. So my whole thing is reversing that and getting him off my center line. So imagine there's a line down the center. I'm trying to get him off to the side of that. And now it's much easier to get on my side, get my guard back in. So the whole time I'm thinking about getting this underhook back in so that I can get my elbows close to my body. And now he's still trying to keep me flat. And the whole time I'm trying to bridge and lift to get back to a side guard and eventually either wrestle up or get back to a closed guard where I can start attacking, right? So we're going to be working.
Your legs, where are your legs sitting?
The whole time, keeping this leg trapped so that he can't obviously pass is my number one objective. But I'm bridging, so I'm bridging into him. I'm turning my knees. I'm doing anything that I can to retract my knees and get them back in front. So it's going to take combinations of bridging and pushing to get these knees back in front. But I don't want to extend them all the way through where he's just going to get even deeper into this chest-to-chest position. So I'm always trying to retract them, keeping them locked. It's going to be from there to work it back in front, right? That's why all the framing guard retention that we've gone over previously is so important, because I don't want to let my partner get to a position where they can start camping and exhausting me. Cool. Any other questions? Lots of good work today, guys. But again, don't hurt my people that are competing, right? Help them get better. So give them good energy today, and good luck, guys. So good work today.